Kourtney Kardashian commends her ex Scott Disick for being a good father. Hi, before we continue, please subscribe to the channel for all Kardashians news and update. Kourtney Kardashian recently opened up about how proud she is of her ex-partner Scott Disick when it comes to parenting their children. Her comments came during a recent episode of The Kardashians, where fans got a closer look at how the family dynamics have continued to evolve, especially as the children grow up and develop their own personalities. In the episode, Kourtney was seen spending time with her husband Travis Barker during his music tour in Australia with his band Blink-182. Alongside them were their children, and it was during this trip that viewers were treated to some hilarious and heartfelt moments involving Kourtney and Scott's youngest son, Rain Disick. Rain, who is now 9 years old, quickly became the center of attention with his over-the-top personality and natural flair for comedy. He was filmed pulling funny faces and trying to copy different voices, clearly enjoying making people laugh. At one point, Rain tried telling a joke by beginning with the phrase, "Okay, so once upon a time," then pausing dramatically before saying, "That was the story." His mother burst into laughter, clearly finding his humor contagious, while his sister Penelope looked unimpressed and remained quiet. Kourtney couldn't help but laugh at Rain's antics, and as she watched her son act so silly and carefree, she mentioned how his behavior reminded her a lot of his father, Scott Disick. She even joked, saying she was starting to see the same vibes in Rain that Scott had. According to Kourtney, she never considered herself to have a great sense of humor, so her son's funny nature adds something special to their home. She admitted that having someone like Rain in the family is uplifting, especially with the way he brings joy and laughter to everyone around him. Even though Kourtney and Scott had a difficult relationship in the past and eventually broke up, it's clear that they are now in a good place as co-parents. The two share 3 children together: Mason, Penelope, and Rain. Over the years, they've learned how to set aside their personal issues for the sake of their kids. Kourtney has even expressed admiration for Scott's role as a father, something that many fans find touching considering the ups and downs they experienced in their romantic relationship. In the same episode, another funny moment happened involving Rain, but this time it had to do with Kourtney's current relationship with Travis Barker. While the family was enjoying some time together on a boat, Rain couldn't help but react strongly to the public display of affection between his mom and her husband. Kourtney and Travis are known for being very affectionate with each other, often hugging and kissing in front of others. While many people might find this sweet, Rain had a very different reaction. He seemed completely fed up with how much his mom and Travis were kissing. At one point, he even told them to stop and calm down with the romantic behavior. In a funny but bold comment, Rain reminded them that they had just welcomed a new baby and didn't need to be acting like that again so soon. His tone and directness made everyone laugh because it reminded viewers so much of how Scott Disick used to act in previous seasons of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Rain's personality appears to be growing in the same direction, filled with humor, honesty, and a little bit of sarcasm, just like his dad. Kourtney didn't seem bothered at all by Rain's reaction. In fact, she believes it's a good thing for her children to see their parents, or step-parents, showing love and care for one another. She explained that she thinks it's very positive for kids to see this kind of affection. In her words, she believes it's beautiful and healthy for children to witness their parents being loving. Since she and Travis just had a baby together, she feels it's perfectly normal for them to be close and express their feelings. Kourtney thinks showing love and affection openly helps kids grow up knowing what a caring relationship looks like. Despite this, Rain remained unimpressed. In another moment, he even questioned whether Travis was leaving a hickey on his mom's neck. This caused more laughter, but also some surprise, especially considering his young age. Travis quickly responded and denied doing anything like that, saying it was just a soft kiss. Kourtney didn't seem to take the comment too seriously and calmly said it was nothing more than a gentle kiss. Rain, however, continued to be visibly annoyed. He made faces and acted like he was grossed out every time he saw them being close. His reaction, though dramatic, was also very funny and real, capturing how kids sometimes feel awkward seeing their parents being romantic. All of this helped fans get a closer look at the evolving bond between Kourtney, her husband Travis, her children, and even her ex, Scott. The episode showed that while families can be complicated and filled with different personalities, they can also be filled with moments of love, laughter, and support. Kourtney's praise of Scott as a dad wasn't just a simple compliment, it was a clear message that despite their past, she respects him as the father of her children and appreciates the qualities he's passed down to them, especially the humor. This acknowledgement is important because it shows how co-parenting can work well even after a romantic relationship ends. By appreciating Scott's role and recognizing how much of him is reflected in their son Rain, Kourtney shows maturity and emotional growth. It also gives fans a heartwarming insight into how much the children benefit when both parents are present and supportive in their lives, even if they're no longer together as a couple. Kourtney's journey with her family continues to change, especially with the addition of her baby boy Rocky 13, whom she welcomed with Travis Barker in November 2023. As her life continues to move forward, it's clear she's focused on keeping a balance between her new family with Travis and the one she built with Scott. Rain, with his growing personality, seems to be a bridge between both sides of the family. His jokes, opinions, and facial expressions are making a big impact, not just at home, but also with viewers of the show who enjoy seeing how these celebrity families deal with everyday situations in funny and honest ways. Even though Rain is only 9 years old, his unique and outspoken nature makes him a standout among the Kardashian kids. Whether he's telling silly stories, calling out his parents for being too affectionate, or reminding everyone of his dad's energy, he's already becoming a fan favorite. And while his mother might not think she's the funniest person, her son is making sure there's always something to laugh about in the house. Kourtney and Travis seem to embrace all of it. They don't try to hide their love or stop being affectionate, even when Rain expresses his disapproval. Instead, they explain their actions and let their kids see real emotions, whether it's love, humor, or a mix of both. This openness is helping shape a new kind of blended family where past relationships are respected and new ones are celebrated. Scott Disick, although not shown much in this episode, continues to be an important part of his children's lives. And with Kourtney giving him credit for being a good father, it's clear that his bond with his kids is strong. This kind of public support can mean a lot, especially when it comes from someone who has shared so much history and parenting experience. In the end, what fans saw in this episode was a mix of fun, family love, and emotional honesty. Rain may have stolen the show with his comedy and sharp remarks, but the real message was about how families grow, change, and come together no matter what their pasts look like. Thanks for watching. Please do well to share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more Kardashian updates.